It's about to get real ugly, guys, here very shortly. Why? From the Wall Street Silver, this ship is heading for an iceberg, getting out now before it gets ugly. Check this out, guys. The banking giant's UBS CEO resigns, right? But why? Why is this happening right now, guys? Right? Like yesterday or whatever, guys. The real question is, why is this taking place now as we speak? Well, we already cracked the code. I'm going to say in just a second. First of all, breaking 5 major banks rated over $100 billion fraud in France. Banks rated HSBC, right, and a few others right here, guys. Now we already cracked the code on why this CEO resigned, and we're going to be seeing more CEOs resigning right before the damn collapse occurs. Why? Because when the collapse occurs, guys, right, they're going to be blamed for it. Right, they're going to be the scapegoats, by the way, for the quote-unquote elites, right? So they don't want to be in the middle of the crossfire when it all happens, guys, because obviously these people know the collapse is imminent, right? The only question is when, though. That's the only question, guys, because I believe XRP rises like the phoenix after the collapse or during it. It has to be one of the two, guys. I don't know about before, right? I just wanted to include this from Elon Musk. He posted Lehman Brothers, Bear Stearns, FTX, Credit Suisse, SBV, right, Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, right, all of this, and then Harambe right there. But why did he post this, guys? Elon Musk posts a meme tweet showing failed banks in the United States of America. This after Joe Biden, Yellen, and Jerome Powell have all claimed the American banking system is safe, but it definitely isn't, guys. If there's smoke, there's definitely going to be fire. Check this out. Then he posts a rip song implying there are more bank failures on the way. The time to protect your funds is exactly right now. Prepare, guys, right? This is why I'm into cryptocurrencies, especially XRP, because I know what's upcoming, right? This is a financial advice, by the way, but I see the proof in the damn pudding. And obviously, these people are trying to warn us as well, right? Now, it's fascinating because this ship is heading for an iceberg, right? You see how Ripple Riddler videos and BG123 riddles overlap. The trick is to go through the data, riddles, and seek out the similarities. April to May is a big one with both of these, right? 5 fingers in May, by the way, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then ship scene starts in April, I believe, right? So this person resigns right before April arrives. Think about that just for a moment, guys. What are the chances of that, right, guys? That's so crazy. What's even more fascinating, though, banking crisis is how it starts, recession is how it ends in 2023. The plans that Ripple has for XRP are moving faster and faster, and I know you all see it. It's a shame that so many people do not even know what is happening. We are at the forefront of a new age, and when the bear looks up at that beautiful golden sun and blue skies in May, basically, he thanks God for this opportunity for people worldwide to take advantage of this chance to buy XRP. May, right, specifically states that right there, guys. So one thing is for certain, guys, we already know we are in the middle of the storm. If this is May, what is this right here? April, perhaps, right? He's literally resigning before it takes place. Maybe, guys, I'm not sure. At the same time, though, check this out. Donald Trump comes into play, guys. We're not making this stuff up. Basically, former President Trump says President Biden is directly responsible for the bank failures and creating an economic catastrophe that will only get worse. Wow! We just got confirmed, guys. We literally just got confirmed that. Remember, I can't believe it. Donald Trump confirmed us that Joe Biden is or will collapse the economy, and who's going to come in as a savior? Check this out from Donald Trump, folks.
We are seeing bank failures left and right. Biden and his enablers in Congress are directly responsible for creating this economic catastrophe. And with Joe Biden at the wheel, it will only get worse. That's what's happening in almost every single sector.
Look at that. So he's basically attacking Joe Biden, meaning he's at the wheel, right? Controlling it all. Basically, we're about to enter or head to an iceberg, guys, right? We're head first. Which means what? That it's only going to be getting worse from this point onwards, guys. We're going to see more bank failures, right? Not only that, but it's going to affect all sectors, as Donald Trump did state right here, right? Remember, who's Donald Trump, or what is his role, guys? He's a businessman, right? Think about that. So he as a savior, when he comes in, guys, he's going to make the economy rise up again. Now check this out, guys. Ladies and gents, we are being Kramered. Stop at the ATM on your way home from work because it's about to get really bad, guys. The collapse is imminent, right? But Joe Biden is trying to warn people that it's all good, guys.
To the person who is about to grab their car keys and go to the ATM and take out $3,000, you say what?
You don't need to. Your ATM is safe, your banks are safe, there's enough cash in the financial system, and there is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. We will do whatever we need to do to make sure that there's enough cash in the banking system.
Again, they'll do whatever, guys. You guys know, this is how you guys know that they're not trying to collapse it at this point, because they just said they're going to provide liquidity, right? Fiat, inject it again and again and again until the system cannot handle it anymore, right? Because it's going to overdose on its own medicine, which is what, guys? Which is basically, at that point in time, which will definitely collapse the whole system. Not to mention, just in, U.S. House Speaker McCarthy says President Biden is making the decision to put the economy in jeopardy as well. Guys, this is so crazy, right? Again, the narrative is building right now. They're trying to go after Joe Biden.
Been reasonable, responsible, asked to sit down with the president for months. He is making the decision that he wants to put the economy in jeopardy. I don't know what more I can do and how easy. I would bring the lunch to the White House. I would make it soft food if that's what he wants. It doesn't matter. Whatever it takes to meet. I just don't know what's changed from his comments before when he says it's not right if people don't sit down and meet together.
Come on, guys. Right? This is the narrative that's brewing for Joe Biden to take basically, oh wow, we already cracked the code, guys. Remember when we talk about the world is heading to where? The right, meaning the pendulum is swinging back and forth, right? So check this out. Basically, this would mean what, guys? That when the collapse takes place, the left will be blamed for it, right? You guys already know. That means the right will come into play, guys. This is all duality in the making, right? Or at work. This is how they love, or this is why they love doing these sorts of things, guys. It's all rituals at the end of the day. Not to mention, guys, US banks are more effed than I thought. Cato Institute estimates $1 to $2 trillion of withdrawals from US banking in the next 12 months. Wow! This is the craziest thing. Hold on a minute. To contextualize, the United States commercial assets going to Fed is only $24 trillion. So that would be 8% of all assets, or 12% of the deposits. Meaning, it's about to get worse, guys, right? This is, okay, so, wow. We're playing musical chairs, guys. Literally, because if you're not the first one to pull out, the first one is always the best one, right? Because when everyone else tries or will at one point in time try to withdraw, guys, there won't be enough liquidity, right, for them too, and they'll be stuck holding the bag. Especially when we talked about it, the stock market and the cryptocurrency market collapse, guys. It's going to be at that point in time. I wouldn't want to be holding these cryptos, right? But except there's an exception right here. XRP, I will be holding it most probably if it isn't at a high price at that point in time, guys, right? If it's not, I'm going to be holding it through or weather the storm, which will be the collapse, right? And then they'll bring in the new financial system, or that's just my belief, guys, right? And then he goes on in more in depth about why it's about to, and it's not looking good at all, right? In the first 15 days of March, before the largest points of fear, banks saw $300 billion in outflows already, around 2% of total deposits base outlined here. It was only $300 billion, and guess, look at the domino effect that it had, right? That much. Imagine $2 trillion, guys, right? The bigger banks will literally collapse. Again, they're going to time it perfectly. 100% they will, guys. Just remember that. Then, when we talk about bank stress, it's easy to think banks have trillions and trillions in cash. They don't. They have lots of wealth and total assets, but the amount of cash they are required to keep is quite low, right? Fractional reserve banking, guys. The base rule for fractional reserve banking is actually now a 0% reserve, and as a bank scales in size, it gets more restrictions, with large banks having their own specific reserve requirements ranging up to 8% in a stress test environment, but most around 4.5%. That's so, what is that? That's the craziest thing, guys, right? It should be banned, actually. But they don't care, guys. They truly don't care, because this is all a ploy. This is all a acceleration method in order for the economy to collapse. Banks are basically sitting praying that people don't withdraw, or that the Fed provides infinite liquidity against bad bets. Again, but if they provide infinite liquidity, guys, inflation will get worse and worse and worse. You guys see how they could run, but they can't hide. The system is literally about to collapse, guys. They can't do anything. Their hands are tied behind their backs, right? And obviously, more people are starting to wake up, but consumer confidence is shaken because we literally see the fire, the smoke, guys, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. You guys already know. Prepare, prepare, prepare. And obviously there will be a cascading effect, guys, right? A domino effect. So in reality, I knew the US banking system was in really bad shape, but I didn't realize how dire it was till I dug into the numbers, most of which are there in black and white reporting from the Fed. A rare moment where I'm glad most of my money isn't in the United States system. Wow. I'm glad I'm in cryptocurrency, guys, right? At this point in time, because cryptocurrencies, or for me, in my humble opinion, XRP will be my refuge, right? During the collapse, guys, right? During economic turmoil. But this isn't financial advice. I'll just be prepared and beware of all types of scenarios and whatnot. Prepare, prepare, prepare. What was that? So, guys, amazing. See ya.